All right, what is going on, Ranger fans and hockey fans? Welcome to another edition of 407 Rangers. It is your host, Raymond Tapia. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and a comment. Turn on your notifications when I'm about to go live, upload a post, or do highlights. Well, we have a lot to talk about because what a way for November to start off in dramatic fashion. And for all the Blue Jay fans that was trolling the Yankees on this page, how about them Blue Jays, man? They lost twice in dramatic fashion. And just like how your boy Vladdy said, the Yankees lose, now the Blue Jays lose. It's your turn. But anywho, I do feel for the passionate ones that really do are like diehard Blue Jay fans. It ain't for y'all. It was the ones that were trolling on this channel, trolling the Yankees. That was your little revenge. But anywho, yeah, we have a lot to talk about. Of course, as you know, congrats to the Los Angeles Dodgers. I know this has nothing to do with hockey, and I'm sure a lot of the Blue Jay fans don't want to hear that word or any of that because they've just watched the team lose in dramatic fashion. But you got to give credit where credit is due. The Dodgers fought back, and they are back-to-back World Series champions, and that's why they're a upcoming dynasty, man. They've just won what, like 3-4 throughout this freaking 2020. So you got to give credit where credit is due. The Dodgers are pretty much the new dynasty of this era for baseball. So once again, congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers. They are once again the back-to-back World Series champions, and they are your 2025 championship baseball team of the world now. But of course, the Rangers, they themselves had a dramatic win on the road. As you know, it was the Capo Caco and Ryan Lindgren reunion, which ironically they had a whole dinner and freaking hangout going on the night before and things like that. So that's pretty much the barbecue part two. It's just this time with Capo Caco and Ryan Lindgren. But all in all, I gotta say this was probably the best hockey I've seen from the New York Rangers play so far from this season because in this game this was probably the most puck possession I've seen them have in the blue zone on their end, and they did not make it easy at all for the freaking Seattle Kraken to even gain opportunities. And I don't know, you know what? I gotta be honest with you guys. I really feel like the refs have it out for the New York Rangers. It's like they make this team like work hard for every single freaking goal. Like the one goal they called when it was supposed to go in the first period and then the ref called it off because apparently the glove had touched the puck and that was considered a dead puck once that happened. I don't know, man. That was just kind of questionable because it seemed like to me the puck was kicked off the goalie's like blade, and they somehow didn't consider that as like going in. But I don't know. But that's not the only time. It's like the refs barely give the Rangers anything, and then it's like when they do get a call, it's like it doesn't even work out for them because they finally could have gotten their first power play goal, and of course the ref said no goal, and that would have finally ended their power play goal drought. But they're somehow still a good penalty killing team, which, like I said, that's going to be the story of the New York Rangers this year. They're going to be a good penalty killing team, but you'll be very like it's going to be hit or miss, damn near mission impossible for them to give you a power play goal. But they still pulled off the win because, like I said, on the 5v5, they were doing really good. They were somehow skating. Yes, believe it or not, Rangers are now skating with pace and speed, which that's what we've been begging this team to do throughout last season. Like, we needed this team to have more skating and speed, and they're somehow like giving that. And like I said, this is probably their best version of hockey they played for this start of the season. And Vladislav Gavrikov finally got himself a goal in the first period, 10-16 into the first period. It was his first goal as a New York Ranger, so congrats on Gavrikov for finally getting the goal. And of course, Adam Fox and Johnny Brodzinski were the assists in that play. And I gotta tell you, the Gavrikov and Adam Fox pairing is working out pretty good because, like I said, with the New York Rangers, they're good off defensively. They somehow like turned that around. They're not even bad defensively anymore. And tonight they finally was starting to outshoot the team because they outshot the Kraken like I believe like 30 to like 10 or something like that. Like they were really just not giving the Kraken any opportunities. And they had a lot of danger zone chances as well on behind the net. So like I said, the Rangers if we see more of this, now you can believe that they can probably squeeze into the wild card in the playoffs. But this has to continue. They're on a 3-game winning streak, so I'm a little convinced now. Now I don't feel as like, as you can see with my energy, I don't feel as like disappointed. I'm like ugh, nothing like that. So in the third, and also you had Noah Laba. He has scored himself a snapshot goal. 13:50 into the first period. Will Cooley with the assist, which we're going to talk about him as well, because he finally has been coming out of the light. And Alexis Lafreniere with the assist as well. Now, I will give Lafreniere credit. He is finally starting to step it up because now he's starting to be able to contribute the puck better. We just need to see more finishes off him because he had a lot of opportunities to finish in the net tonight, and they just don't execute. So that's all we need from Lafreniere at this point. You're gaining all the apples. We're cool with that, but when you get to that net, just find a little better angle to put the puck in the net because I'm seeing the opportunities, but like I said, they always get fanned or it's like the tire blew out when he gets the chance to shoot it. But anywho, in the second period, the Kraken, this was when they pretty much tie it up. Oh no, I forgot. I forgot to mention Chandler Stevenson's goal as well in the first period. I'm sorry, guys. He had pretty much hit the goal, and that gave the Kraken the goal down one with the wrist shot. And Vince Dunn and Eli Tolivin with the assist on that play. And then in the second period, you had Brandon Montour, a former Panther. He had hit the slap shot goal, and then from there, the Rangers were tied with the Seattle Kraken. And then you had Jaden Schwartz and Chandler Stevenson with the assist on that play. But the Rangers went to overtime, and as I said, like it was just not easy for the Kraken. And from there, the Kraken did have a couple of opportunities. Igor Shesterkin, he had a decent night. He did allow a couple of goals that was like could have been prevented because if he had not went into that butterfly position a couple of times, he would have probably had a shutout. For all we know, he could have had a shutout. But in overtime, Will Cooley had the game-winning goal with the snapshot, and of course, JT Miller and Adam Fox was a part of that play with the assist. So it's about time. Will Cooley was like invisible for a minute, but hopefully this is the game where he's gonna start turning it around and be the Will Cooley that we saw from last year, because I still got a little hope for Will Cooley. I liked what I saw from him last year, and hopefully this is the start of his momentum. And JT Miller's finally getting like Adam Fox is still playing better. I mean, anybody that says Adam Fox hasn't been playing good, you're out of your mind, because this is probably like his best season he's having so far. I don't even know where like this whole like argument's coming from, saying like he's not a Norris caliber defender or any of that. That's insane because, like I said, he's playing really good this year, so nobody can be mad at what Adam Fox has been giving you. But I'll leave you guys with my final thought here because it is late and it's almost 2 a.m. and there's been a lot happening this Saturday for as far as like sports. You had like the Dodgers winning, going back and forth with the Blue Jays, and then of course the Rangers win. But now their biggest test is going to come once again. Will the New York Rangers finally give us a win on Tuesday against the Hurricanes? Because now you're back in the Garden, and now I'm like, here we go. How are you going to do it this time? Because like I said, they are a good road team. And you see it for your own two eyes. Like, did I not call it like this is going to be a good road team? I just don't know how they're going to be at home because they still haven't won at home. That's the most craziest part. So I don't know if they're gonna get their first home game win right here. Now the Hurricanes, they have a lot of injuries. They don't have as many of their key players that would make this team really, really scary to watch. And that'll probably be the advantage for the New York Rangers because the Canes don't have Gostisbehere, they don't have Keandre Miller, they don't have Jacob Slavin, they don't have Kuchekov, they don't have freaking Eric Robinson and William Carrier. Like that's already like a deep amount of players that actually contribute to that team. So hopefully that can be their advantage. But like I said, the Canes are going to be considered a wagon this year. They're apparently the upcoming wagon for this season. So we'll see what happens. Rangers will finally get their home game win. We'll see. If they do, I guess get your champagne bottles ready because it's going to feel like they won the Stanley Cup when they finally get that home win. But as always, y'all have a wonderful weekend. Thank y'all for watching. Any Dodgers fans watching, congratulations. You guys deserve the celebration. Well deserved. Your team is a dynasty. I don't blame y'all one bit for being enthusiastic and happy. Very shocking fashion, but like I said, celebrate, do what you must. And as always, let's go Rangers. Let's see what happens against the Canes at home.